hello. Hello, 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 good people. Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing, everybody? It's Sunday, so you know what that means. It's time for your Sunday service, soul food, and spiritual tea sessions. That's right. It's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Sunday, so you know I'm here for you with some weekly guidance for your weekly divination. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is the last Sunday of 2022. And it also happens to be a holiday for some. So, happy whatever you do or don't celebrate, first and foremost. If you celebrate Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah to you. Hello, Empress. Hello, Jody. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa to you. Kwanzaa to you. Hello, Whitney. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Lady Small. Good morning, Unique. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. All right. Whatever you got going on today, whatever you are celebrating, whatever you are not celebrating, I hope it is a happy day for you. If you happen to be struggling during this holiday season, I am surrounding you with so much love, my dear. So much love, my dear. Surrounding you with so much love. And I hope that this reading can bring you a measure of comfort. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you encounter this, you're right on time. If you're seeing this, there's a message in here for you. You heard me? If you catch this live in the beginning, in the middle, or the end, you're right on time. If you are seeing this after it's been recorded and posted, you are right on time. Hello, 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 good people. Hello, 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 good people. All right, y'all. Y'all know what to do. If you are an OG here, let me know by putting a butterfly or a purple or blue heart in the comments. If you are new here, this is your first time encountering me, this is your first video, you only seen 2 videos, you just started following, put a caterpillar in the comments for me, or a yellow or green heart. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, beautiful people. I hope your day and your week is amazing. So many OGs in the building. It is so good when y'all return to me. I love it. I love it. I love that I can give you something. All right. The OGs know what's up, but the newbies, let me explain to you this process. This is a divination. This is a reading. This is a Sunday surface, okay? We're going to get into it, all right? In a good way. In a good way. This is a reading to help you make your week amazing, all right? And since it is a reading, let me introduce you to the elements of the reading. First and foremost, this is my tea. I encourage you all to go and get something to hydrate yourself. Assume the position, which means grab a comfort item, grab your notepad, or whatever you like to use to take notes, and grab something to hydrate yourself. A little tea, a little water, whatever you need, okay? Secondly, get comfortable, because we're going to be here for a second, all right? I don't want to take up all your time, but I do want to take up a little bit of your time, so get all of the way comfortable. And yes, this tea really is this color. I love it. It's my favorite. It's a reading. It's a divination. So let me introduce you to these cards. First and foremost, we're going to be using a new deck. I'm so excited. You will definitely be seeing a tarot review about this deck. Tarot of the Cosmic Seed, darling. The first time you're seeing this is a very special deck done by a friend of mine in Denver, Colorado, self-published. You, as of right now, you cannot get this deck because she's all sold out. Good for her, but she is going to do a second printing. If you do want this deck, you're going to need to get to Alchemy Ritual Goods in Denver, Colorado to get it. She is going to be printing it again. I do plan on selling it in the apothecary, the botanica that I work in, but that's not going to be for a while because she's got to do that second printing. So we're going to do tarot. We're going to be using Tarot of the Cosmic Seed today. We're going to be using the Angels and the Ancestors deck today. We're going to be using, what is this? What deck is this? This is the Witches. What is this deck? I forgot. Just like that. This is the Seasons of the Witch deck, Beltane edition. We did the Sodwood edition a couple readings ago, and this is a deck that I have not used in a while, but I saw this in my my drawer of decks, and I was like, come here, baby, it's been far too long. All right, so this is the Carolyn Myss deck. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you remember this deck. We've gone hard with this deck. It's been a minute. So like I always do, I will always post the names of the decks in the description. You know what I'm gonna say. Shop local, shop small first, okay? So check your local apothecaries, your local mom and pop shops. Check and support Black-owned business, brown-owned business, indigenous-owned business, femme and women-owned business, gay-owned business, and trans-owned business. And if you cannot find what you're looking for at a small local business, go for a small business in another state that ships. And then if you can't do that, do what you gotta do. Get it from where you gotta get it from. If you gotta get it from Amazon, do it. If you gotta get it from Walmart, do it. If you gotta get it from wherever you gotta get it from, do it. Okay? But shop small first. And like I said, this will all be in the descriptions when I post this video. Secondly, this is a reading. This is a divination. This is some spiritual collective community council. The next part of this reading is the affirmation box. It's alive! It's alive! If you are an OG here, you already know. This is a being. It's a thing. It's a sentient being at this point in the game. You might think that this is just an affirmation box, a box filled with affirmations and quotes, and you would be right. And the random smudging stick, vetiver smudging stick. You're right, but this is more than that. And you'll see. The box drags us for our highest good, okay? That's what the box does. It doesn't respect our feelings. At the same time, it respects all of our feelings. It wants us to be the best versions of ourselves, and it just backhands us into that. I know. It's an affirmation box. And people are like, what the hell? You'll see. And then you can go back and look at some of the readings and see how it has dragged us for the filth. For our highest good. Anyway, this is a box of quotes and affirmations and parts of songs and poems, parts from the Bible and the Quran. We're going to do a call and response thing, okay? I'm going to say the affirmation, and then I'm going to invite you to repeat the affirmation, and you're going to need to say it with your chest, okay? If you cannot speak it out loud, speak it inside of your brain. I would suggest you write these down, because these are really good affirmations that be dragging us for the filth. All right. Now, you know, I'm always surrounded by at least 10,000 spirits. My little wall ain't nothing nice to mess with. The Orisha that follow me ain't nothing nice to mess with. The ancestors, my ancestors are ridiculous, okay? But when I do these readings on Sunday, I bring my rock friends. So first off, we've got pink amethyst. That's right. I said pink amethyst, raw pink amethyst. It's got them shades of gray and purple and pink. It's just wonderful. Pink amethyst, baby. You thought there was only one type of amethyst? Nope. There's chevron amethyst. There's black amethyst. Where is my black amethyst? I haven't seen that in a minute. Where's my black amethyst? We're going to have to find that after this reading. Anyway, this is my Super 7 rock friend. It literally has 7 crystals, from hematite to amethyst to clear crystal quartz and some other things. 7. This is where it's at. We've got my citrine in the place to be. And we also got, I think this is jade. I don't know. It looks like a heart. This was given to me by a very dear friend whose birthday it is today, Muse and Medicina. The Christmas baby miracle. We've done a lot of extractions, aka exorcisms together, and this stone has been with the both of us when we've done a lot of work together, and then she gave me this stone. I love her so much. I do believe this is jade. It's amazing. So those are the rock friends. Now, lastly, let me go ahead and pass that collection plate, baby. because this is labor. The Cash App is LadySpeech, the Venmo LadySpeech Sankofa, the PayPal LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. Always feel free to show your financial appreciation for this labor, honey, okay? And please know, all super chats, all super stickers are welcome, and I appreciate the $1, the $2, the $3.33, the $5.55, the $7.77, the $1.11, the $50, the $100, the $3. I appreciate it all because it's about reciprocity, okay? All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I think you're ready. Whether you're ready or not, it's time. So here we come. Let me go ahead and check in with the comments before we move on. Good morning. Yes, my darling. Whitney is warning them. Grab your comfort items, notebook, pen, and hydration. That's right. Welcome to the Speak and Spank. This is going to be a good reading. Whitney said, safe word, eggnog. Nay Apologetic said it's okay to cry. That reading, that box clowned us so bad. That reading, that box clowned the hell out of us. I was like, why you gotta be like that? The affirmation box has no chill. The affirmation box has no chill. Welcome and good morning, William. Welcome and good morning. Empress said, I want it. You ready for that spanking, honey? Aren't you? You want it, you gonna get it. Ashley said, here with the hubs and his best friend. Welcome, Ashley's hubby and best friend. Laura said, happy Yule to you too, my love. Happy Yule to you too. All right, good people. Well, it's time. It's time to get into it. Thank you, Moon Pumpkin, for your super chat. I appreciate you. All righty then, let's get into it. We're going to begin. You've had enough time. Assume the position. It's time for the spiritual spanking. Got my trusty rainbow paddle. You know, we like it festive over here. We like it festive over here. Because spanking should be fun. Spiritual spanking should be fun. All spankings should be fun. This coming from a professional dominatrix. All right, good folks. Let's begin. We are going to be listening, or not listening. We're going to be starting with the Tarot of the Cosmic Seed. And we have the Action of Cups. Let's talk about it. It is time to let love flow in and out. It is time to address the blockages that keep us from free flowing. It is time to look at why we are not letting ourselves receive love, why we are not letting ourselves give love. It's time to open up our hearts. It's time to love on ourselves a bit more. It's time to love on our communities a bit more. It's time to love on everyone a bit more. I keep saying, and I've said for the last 4 years, nobody is okay. Nobody is okay. Nobody is okay. If you are paying attention to anything that's going on in the world, you're not okay. If you have any type of heart or any compassion, you're not okay. Those of us who are doing the best submit to this, we recognize it, and we actively work, utilizing coping mechanisms, actively treating our healing like it is a lifestyle, not a destination to get to, but a lifestyle to live. We began with the Action of Cups. Love. Letting the love in. Letting ourselves process the hurt that we have. Not running from the shadow emotions. Giving them the space to be them. Processing our pain. Sitting with our pain. So many of us, the other day I put a post up, in light of the whole Twitch situation. When anytime we experience a tragedy, one of the first things that we say to each other, check on your strong friends, check on your strong friends. And I am so against that statement. Because it's about more than checking in with your strong friends. We must learn to be village again. We must learn how to be there for each other. But first, that's going to begin with learning how to be there for ourselves. We don't know how to be there for ourselves. You are actively discouraged in this type of society that we live in to not be there for yourself. And if you can't even be there for you, how are you going to be there in a good way for other people? Look around. We're not there in a good way for other people. So we must begin with self. We must begin with letting love flow in. We must begin with examining why love doesn't flow into our lives. We must begin with loving others. I highly encourage everyone to go read Bell Hooks' book, All About Love. And there is a follow-up book that she has called Communion. I believe it's called Communion. Go read it. It is going to challenge you to sit with the concept of love. It's going to challenge you to actively define it, to redefine it, to challenge what you know, what you've been taught about love. It's going to challenge you to examine how you love. It's going to do a lot. I suggest you read it and then reread it. I'm currently rereading it, and my life is changing. It changed the first time I read it, and it's changing again. But it's time. It is time to let love in, and not as a cliche, not as a cute kumbaya song. No, we are hurt out here. You are hurt out here. We are in need of real love, and not from this superficial perspective. Not from a superficial perspective. We are in need of real love. But we're going to have to stop what we're doing and start with defining love. We're going to have to start examining who gave us these ideas of love. We're going to have to start with that. And we're going to have to remove our fixation when we say love on just romance. There's a lot of you, as I'm saying this, who are only thinking about love in relation to romance. No, what about agape love, which is spiritual love, love from your creator to you? What about the love of your ancestors? What about the love between you and Mother Earth? What about the love between chosen family? What about the love between friends? What about the love between our four-legged animals and brothers and sisters out there? What about that? There is so many types of love. And romantic love is beautiful. When I say love, I'm not just talking about romantic love. And that's where a lot of us need to start. We only think about love from that aspect. What about self-love? Some of us are getting better with allowing love in and giving love. So many of us, because we weren't shown good love. We were shown care. We were cared for. Being cared for is not necessarily love. It can be a part of love, but it's not necessarily love. This is an invitation to look at our hurt. This is an invitation to examine and heal our heartbreak. This is an invitation to pour into our hearts. This is an invitation to examine why we are in pain and begin to apply medicine to that aspect of us that needs healing. Love. Love. Sit with that. When I am working with people, I always suggest that my spiritual mentees, I always suggest a few altars. I live by everyone should have an ancestor altar so that you can do your ancestor veneration and your work with your ancestors. I live by people should have a protection altar that's just for your protection work and then you do your protection work around. I believe everyone should have a self altar, an altar where you work on yourself because you are a divine, godly goddess, spectacular being. And I believe that everyone should have a love altar. I believe everyone should have a love altar. So that we can work on love. So that we can cultivate love. So that we can build love. So that we can examine and re-examine love as we need to. So that we can welcome it in. I've been doing active love work for the past 2 years. And the way in which it has shifted my life. The way in which it enhanced my magic. The way in which it's called me to be a better priest, a better shaman, a better healer, a better leader, a better lover. A a better nurturer. Love. It's all about love. Once again, the book is Bell Hooks, All About Love. If I can remember, I will put that in the description. Moving on to the second card of the reading, the second card from the Cosmic Seed Tarot. We have Messenger of Cups. Go for your dreams. Go for your dreams. Go for your dreams. Go for your inspirations. It's time, darling. It's time to unhand yourself. It's time to look at where you've been and how you've been standing in your own way. It is time to remove the obstacles that are keeping you going for your dreams, your goals, your wants, and your desires. It is time. It is time. It is time. It is time. Listen, if you've got family members that are absolutely negative, that are doing nothing but holding you back, you might have to move on without them. If you have got a lover who is being abusive and hell-bent on sabotaging you, you might gotta leave them. You just might got to. You just might got to. You just might got to. If you got a friend that's always a negative Nancy, never encouraging you, always say, you might need to leave them. You might need to leave them. You might need to leave them. If you are letting your fear of success stand in your way, if you are letting your fear of moving forward standing in your way, if you are letting your trauma stand in your way, you might need to get out of your own way. Okay? The Messenger of Cups. It's all about taking action to handle your business. Because here's the thing. Spirit's out here trying to work for your highest good. Spirit's out here trying to make sure you win. Spirit is out here wanting to get you to the next level. Get out of your own way. 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 And remove the obstacles and the people out of your own way. Okay? Remove them. Remove them. Do not allow them to be here. Do not allow them to stop you. Do not allow them to thwart you. Okay? You've got things to do. You have a whole mission. You have a whole mission that you need to take care of. You've got greatness to accomplish. You've got things to get done. So it's time to remove those obstacles so that these things can get all the way done. All right? All right. Let us move into some affirmations, and then I'm going to check in with the comments. This first affirmation says, I'm good with who I am. I'm proud of who I'm becoming. I'm good with who I am. I'm proud with who I'm becoming. Repeat after me. I'm good with who I am. I'm proud of who I'm becoming. I'm good, with who I am. I'm proud of who I'm becoming. I'm good with who I am, and I'm proud of who I'm becoming. I'm good with who I am, and I'm proud of who I am becoming. Because the name of the game is transformation, honey. The name of the game is transformation. All right. This affirmation box is officially swinging. Nobody can save you but yourself, and you're worth saving. It's a war not easily won, but if anything is worth winning, then this is it. I just want you to listen. I'm going to say this 3 more times, and I just want you to absorb it. And then we're going to say an affirmation based off of this. Just listen. Nobody can save you but yourself. And you're worth saving. It's a war not easily won. But if anything is worth winning, then this is it. Nobody can save you but yourself. And you're worth saving. It's a war not easily won. But if anything is worth winning, then this is it. Nobody can save you but yourself. And you're worth saving. It's a war not easily won, but if anything is worth winning, then this is it. Let me tell you something. I've been healing myself and others since I was a child, let's be honest. And what I've learned as a good healer is it's not me that is healing someone else. And it is never someone else who is healing me. I heal me. And my healers come to assist me in that work. I seek out healers to assist me in that work. Sometimes I seek out physical healers, sometimes emotional, mental healers. But it is me who is doing that work. When you are at the center of your life, you need to remember that you are the main character and you are the healer. No one can save you. You save you. No one can save anybody else. But the gag is, when we work to save ourselves, it helps others to save themselves. Repeat after me. Nobody can save me but myself, and I am worth saving. Nobody can save me but myself, and I am worth saving. Nobody can save me but myself, and I am worth saving. Nobody can save me but myself, and I am worth saving. You are worth saving. You are worth healing. Just because. Just because. Let me check in with the comments and then we're going to move on now. Moon Pumpkin said, we are worth saving. Yes, we are. Kiki said, I am my own knight in shining armor. Yes, you are, baby. Yes, you are. We are the damsel in distress and we are the knight in shining armor. Melody said, that's it. After my dad's suicide, my mom was so concerned about taking care of us. She wasn't able to focus. I know she loved us, but the focus was taking care of others. Yeah. Yeah, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to put, it's cliche, but like in an airplane and there's a trouble and your air mask comes down, you got to put yours on your own face before you go help anybody else put theirs on. Katie said, good morning, everyone. Merry Spankmas. On time for my spanking from the affirmation box. Yes. You know what? I think that's what I'm going to call Vlogmas next year when I do it. I'm going to be like, welcome to Spankmas, because you're going to get hammered. This entire Vlogmas by me. Oh. Let me see. Ashley said, LadySpeech, is that butterfly pea flower tea? I've got a New Year's present I'm going to send you next week. This is, yeah, it is. It is. I believe this is. This is blue Thai tea. This is blue Thai tea. So when you first brew it, this is the funnest tea I've ever drank. When you first brew it, it's this vibrant electric blue. It's this vibrant electric blue. And then it turns to this really pretty pink. And then it turns to this really pretty purple. You can't really see that this is like such a pretty maroon now. I love tea. I love tea. I love tea so much. You guys already know. All right, beautiful people. Let's keep it pushing. Let me check in with a few of these more comments and then we're going to keep it pushing, baby. Nay Unapologetic said, we were cared for, but it's not fully love. Ugh, my heart space. Yes, honey. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. C. Holt said, you are absolutely on point. I've been telling myself that so much lately. Why do I block giving and receiving genuine love? Shadow is working it out. Yeah, the shadow world is coming for us. The shadow world is coming for us. Do your shadow work. That's all I got to say. Hunker down and do your shadow work. I got a whole video about it. I'm about to do an updated video about shadow work. Do your shadow work. Get it done. Get it in, get it done. Get it in and get it done. Because let me tell you something. Spirit got gifts for you. Spirit got gifts for you. It's not a coincidence that you're being called, we're all being called into examining where we're at with love, because Spirit absolutely understands that we are broken as hell, and Spirit is absolutely wanting to send us the medicine that we need, but Spirit cannot send us the medicine that we need if we won't receive it, and most of us are having a hard time receiving love due to being raised the way we were raised, due to society, all types of reasons, due to the post-traumatic stress that lives in our bones from what our ancestors experienced. Love is on the way. Spirit is trying to pour into you, but you need to sit with love. You need to sit with it. We all do. All right, let's move on. Let's move into the angels and ancestors deck. Okay, we have got the Shapeshifter card, which is all about transform and unveil your gifts. You contain multitudes. You're not just somebody's mama. You're not just somebody's daughter. You're not just somebody's son. You're not just somebody's boss. You're not just somebody's sister. You're not just somebody's sibling. You're not just somebody's supervisor. You contain multitudes, and it's time for you to shine. Baby, I'm a dominatrix. I'm a teacher. I'm a nanny. I'm a mother. I'm a father. I'm a caretaker. Okay? I'm a warrior. I'm a protector. I'm an artist. I'm a poet. I'm a performer. I'm a lot of things. And all of those things that I've named, plus more, are integral to my personality and quality of life. If I'm not out here expressing all of my deepest parts, I'm going to be depressed. It's not going to be a good thing. We contain multitudes. The Shapeshifter is about letting all of that light shine. Letting all of that light shine. Letting all of that light shine. Most of us are sitting in a box that society told you, or your culture told you, or your mama told you, or other people told you to get in. Or you even might have just told yourself to get in that box. Get out of that box. Get out of that box. Get out of that box. It is time to open up into all of who you are. It is time to express all of who you are. It's time. It's time. It's time. So many of us are hurting because we are not living our full selves. And as someone who lives my full self, I can tell you, a lot of people don't like it. Yeah, will you get hate for living your life, your best life? Yes, you will. But let me tell you something too, as a death doula. None of those people are going to matter when you are taking your last breath on this planet. Let me say that again. Every single hater, every single person who don't like you for who you are, you ain't going to think about when you take your last breath. And what I've been saying to y'all for the past couple weeks, the longest moment in your life is the moment before you die, and you ain't concerned about anybody else except for what you did or didn't do, or how deeply you lived your life. So it is time for you to live your life. You have no idea how much time you have on this planet. You have no idea. You have no idea. You have no idea. So go and handle your business. Go and handle your business. Stop being concerned about, well, my mama's not gonna like it. If I don't care. Your mama has that's not the first thing she ain't gonna like. You better not worry about that. You better not worry about that. Let me tell you something. My Jehovah's Witness grandma, who is still living, she don't like nothing that I do. Actually, let's admit now, she publicly don't like nothing that I do. But I know the spirits have already told me that she's living for my life. That if she had been empowered, if she hadn't been indoctrinated, if she had had the opportunities that I had, she would be just as wild as me. So I know. And I know, because most of my personality, I look at her, I'm like, we is the same, bitch. What's up? Like, you hate yourself. When you hate me, you hate yourself. Don't hate yourself. Do you think I'm going to let that stop me? Do you think I'm going to let the fact that my grandma don't like the fact that I like who I like and I live how I live and I'm out here witchcrafting? Do you think I'm going to let that stop me? No. Does it hurt every once in a while that she doesn't approve or validate me? Yeah, it hurts. I'm human. But am I living a good quality of life? Yep. Am I actually living a better quality of life than she is? Yeah. Because I'm surrounded by goodness and love and greatness. And it sounds crazy, but I'm going to tell you, when it's my last breath, I'm not going to be thinking about her. I'm not. Not in that way. Not in the way of she didn't approve. No. Live your life. Unveil your gifts. You are sleeping on yourself. Some of you are sleeping on your artist skills. Some of you are sleeping on your organizational skills. Some of you are sleeping on your protection skills. Whatever you're sleeping on in yourself, please stop. Wake the hell up. Wake it up. Wake it up. Wake it up. This card is also about connecting with your spirit animal allies. Now, don't go out there saying my spirit animal, because that comes from a few, and let me go ahead and educate about that. No, quit saying disrespectful things like this person is my spirit animal. Don't do that. The concept of spirit animal comes from not just First Nations people in the United States, but also First Nations people in Africa and other tribal First Nations indigenous people around the world. It's not just First Nations, Native indigenous people in the U.S., in the United States, across Canada, all of the Americas, not just them. But we all have spirit animal allies. We all have connections to our spirit animals. If there is an animal that consistently shows up in your life, do some work around what type of medicine that's bringing into your world. Let me tell you something. Hawk medicine is strong with this one. Hawk medicine is strong with this one. Also, cat medicine, big cat, small cat, and medicine, and octopus medicine, that's me. That's all me. That's all me. That is my spirit animal allies. That's all me. That's all me. Whenever I randomly see them, I don't really encounter octopuses in the wild, but you know, when I see them on a TV show where they just randomly pop up, I know that's good medicine for me. Okay. This is an invitation to connect with your spirit animal allies. This is an invitation to connect with your spirit animals that are talking to you, that are trying to give you medicine, okay? A quick Google search. You can pull up some books from the library to help you get up under what is the meaning of this animal, what is the medicine that it's bringing to you. But in the new year, connect with that energy, connect with that medicine, all right? Even down to examining what animals you've always had an affinity for. What animals, like from the moment I first saw octopus, I was like, me and you are not of this planet. I really believe that. Me and octopuses, when I die, I'm ready to go home. And I know, and my personal theory is that cats and octopuses are spying on us, and they're from another planet, and they're spying on us to the people that they from. And I think we're from there too. And I think they're telling on us. So I've made it my mission to let these two spies know that I too am tired of this world. And I'm trying to do my best to help it. I believe this in my heart. Anyway, connect with your spirit animal allies. Connect with your spirit animal medicine. All right, connect with that. That's the other message of this card. Connect with that and let it give you the energy, the medicine, the knowledge, all of that you need. Okay. But yeah, connect with your gifts, player. It's time. It's time. Some of you won't push forward on your art career because you're scared. You could be scared and do it anyway. Have courage. Courage means pissing your pants and doing it anyway. Get about your business. Get about your business. Get about your business, because Spirit is trying to hook you up. We have the Autumn card, which is about release the old and rest. Release the old and rest. Release the old and rest. Let it go. 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 Toxic relationships, toxic situationships, and even it don't have to be toxic. If the universe is trying to move someone, a person, a situation out of your way, let it happen. What happens every year to these trees with leaves? They fall. They get rid of the dead weight. The autumn, the fall time, is when the trees prepare themselves. Can you imagine those trees that have all of those leaves? Can you imagine if they carried all those leaves during the snow? Can you imagine how heavy that would be, how cumbersome that it would be for the tree if it had to have all of those leaves and deal with the snow? Sometimes, spirit, before it moves you to the next level, it makes you get rid of things. And some of the things making you get rid of are not toxic. The leaves that grow on the tree, they're not toxic. It's simply weight that doesn't need to be there anymore. It served a purpose. It served a purpose, and now that purpose has been served, it's time for those leaves to go. Sometimes people in your life serve a purpose, and once that purpose is done, it's time to let them go. There's a couple of you out here who need to burn bridges. I know, we say, don't burn bridges. Sometimes you need to. Yeah, sometimes you need to leave a relationship and torch that bridge so you don't have the opportunity to walk back over it in a moment of weakness. Sometimes you need to torch that bridge so you let them know, no, we're done. This is fiend, finished, never again, we're done. Sometimes you need to torch that bridge so they can never have an opportunity to hurt you again, so they can never have an opportunity to rekindle what they need to rekindle. Burn the bridge, honey. Burn the bridge. Burn the bridge. Burn the bridge. Burn the bridge. I just released a friendship, and this friendship was not good for me. I'm so happy I released the friendship. But this is the friendship. Usually I leave a doorway. I leave a something. If you get right, then you can come back. This time I was like, I don't even care if you get right. I don't even care if you get right. I don't even care if you get right. I hope you do. But even if you do, whether you do or you don't, you can't come back over here. I don't care. You could be the most healed. You could be the most healed. Do not bring your ass. Do not. We're good. That's done. That season has finished. Fiend. We are through with each other. And that's what it needs to be. I don't have no more energy to give you. Even if you got right, I still wouldn't have no energy to give you. Even if you spent the next 20 years pouring into me and I didn't have to, I still wouldn't have enough energy to give to you. Burn it down. Burn the bridge. Sometimes you gotta light it on fire and walk away. Like Angela Bassett in Waiting to Exhale. Light it on fire and be like, I'm good. Get the hell on. Get the hell on. Get the hell on. So you do it, honey, do it. Clear the way, clear the way, clear the way. The universe is not a what? The universe is not a what? The universe is not a what? A hoarder. The universe is not a what? The universe is not a what? The universe is not a what? A hoarder. It's not a hoarder. So you need to make room because some blessings is coming, honey. Let me tell you something. I was quick. When Spirit said let go of that relationship, I dropped her. I prayed on that day. I was like, we're good. Sent her one last voice note and blocked her. We're good. We're good. You only need to tell me once, and the Spirit needs to tell me once, because Spirit was like, we got something. We got some things waiting for you in the wind. We got some good people waiting for you. We got some good energy for you. We've got the lovers that we are sending you. I was like, okay, yeah, bet, yes. You never ever fail me. You never fail me. Anytime I give up a relationship, you always give me exactly what I need and more. Okay? All right. So burn it. Burn them. Some of them bridges you do need to burn. Some of them bridges you do need to torch. Make sure nothing ever happens. We don't need that bridge. We don't need it. Let it go. Let it go. Shake all the old energy. And then, you know what the next word is? Rest. Sit your ass down. Sit down. Sit down. Go take a nap. Go take a nap. Go rest yourself. Sit down. You know what I'm going to do today? Sit down. I'm going to sit down. I've been doing a lot of healing. I've been getting deep in. So I'm going to sit down is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit all the way down. So burn the bridges, do what you do, get them, remove the obstacles out of your way, get the dead weight out of your way. Again, sometimes Spirit doesn't always try to remove things that are toxic. Sometimes the things aren't toxic. Sometimes they're just fine. They're just not appropriate no more, okay? They're just not appropriate for you no more. It's like you outgrew it. You don't need to keep it. Let it go to somebody else, okay? Handle that business, all right? Handle that business. All right, let's move on to some affirmations, and I'm going to check in with the comments. It's not overreacting to ask for what you want and need. Repeat after me. It's not overreacting to ask for what I want and need. It's not overreacting to ask for what I want and need. It's not overreacting to ask for what I want and need. It's not overreacting to ask for what I want and need. It's not overreacting to ask for what I want and need. This is a big reason why so many relationships ain't doing good, because we are not being honest about what we want and what we need. Normalize telling your potential lovers and partners about your mental health diagnosis. Normalize telling your friends about it. Normalize asking for what you want and need. And normalize having a healthy discussion, because sometimes people can't meet those needs and y'all gonna need to figure it out. Ask for what you want and need. Ask for what you want and need. People don't know it. And this is even as simple as one way y'all can practice this is the next time you go to someone and you need to vent and tell them what you want from that venting situation. For instance, if you need to go and you just need to vent, you don't need any solutions, you just need someone to support you, you just need an ear, you just need someone to cheerlead you on and listen to you, say that. If you need to vent but you're looking for solutions, you're looking for someone to help you figure out what's going on and to get to a solution in the process, say that. If you just need people to hold, you just need someone to hold space for you in that moment, say that. Get used to that. We need to normalize that. We need to normalize asking for what we need. We need to normalize. What I really enjoy about me being so open about my neurospiciness is that I'm meeting so many people, and I've been around so many people who are on the spectrum, from ADHD to autism to all the things. And what I'm really appreciating about a lot of new people who are coming into my life is that we are all being forthright as much as we can and with as much as we know with what we need. So there is one of my friends who's very good about being like, please don't touch me during this moment, or I do need touch. We're very good. We're getting better at saying, this is what I need. Do you have the capacity to do this or not? We have to get into that. And that's also how we're there as village. And we need to normalize stating what we need. So it's not overreacting to ask for what you need. Repeat after me. It's not overreacting to ask for what I want and need. It's not overreacting to ask for what I want and need. And your true community isn't going to make you feel messed up for asking for what you want and need. If they can't meet it, they can't meet it, but they're not going to make you feel messed up for it. If they can't meet that need for you, they're not going to demonize you. They're going to help you work with solutions to get your needs met. Okay? All right. This next affirmation says, I love and accept myself for who I am. Repeat after me. I love and accept myself for who I am. I love and accept myself for who I am. I love and accept myself for who I am. I love and accept myself for who I am. I love and accept myself for who I am. I love and accept myself for who I am. Let me tell you something from someone who loves themselves. A big part of self-love that we don't talk about that is absolutely necessary is the role of self-acceptance, because there is going to be days when you do not love yourself. We don't do toxic positivity over here. We don't do toxic positivity over here. We don't do that. There are going to be times when you don't love yourself. There are going to be times when you absolutely hate yourself, when you're like, oh, hell no. There's going to be times when you've been the villain and then you look at yourself like, well, I'm the problem. That was me. That was my dysfunction. That was my issues. Woo! And you're not going to like who you are. That acceptance piece, learning to accept yourself, is going to be that bridge that'll help you not self-destruct when you have days when you're struggling. Self-acceptance before, actually, I would say self-acceptance before self-love. If you learn how to see yourself, because self-acceptance is learning how to see yourself and accept it for where you're at. Nothing can change without the first part of change is accepting what's going on. You can't change nothing until you accept what's going on. This is why a lot of white folks are not going to work on racism, because they're not accepting that it's still going on. This is why men, a lot of men, not all whites, not all men, but this is why a lot of men don't want to work and are not working on changing patriarchy or in the toxic masculinity, because they're not accepting what's going on. You got to accept yourself. You got to accept the good, the bad, the ugly, the in-between. If you're going to change anything, if you're going to heal anything about yourself, okay? You got to accept it. You got to accept it, because there are going to be days, honey. There are going to be days. There's going to be days when you're having a bad day. There are going to be days when the indoctrination of this society has gotten to you, where it's won. It has done the job that it's trying to do. And so, like I said, the bridge that keeps you from self-destructing is acceptance. If you can just accept it. You got to be able to accept the horrible things about yourself. Be able to be like, yeah, that's me. I do that. I did that. That's me. Accept it. Okay? Accept it. All right. Let me check in with the comments. Was that 2 affirmations? I don't know. I'm not too sure. Just in case, we're going to do another one because, we can't not. It's better to have to do more affirmations than to do less affirmations. Okay? Okay. There is no shame in being queer. Repeat after me, whether you're queer or not. Okay? And this is a friendly reminder to remind you all that your favorite auntie uncle, not only am I gender fluid, I'm every gender. It's all in me. I'm also pansexual. Gay as hell. Anyway, repeat after me. There is no shame in being queer. 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 All right, beautiful people, let me check in with these comments. Christina Thompson said, I'm tired of being positive all the time. I just want to deal with how I'm feeling. Just let me be. Exactly. B said, not sure if I even know myself, let alone accept it. Boom. I love that. You have somewhere to start. You have somewhere to start. You have somewhere to start. You have a perfect place to start. Redefining, defining, that's a perfect space. Getting to know yourself. Make that your mission for the new year. Getting to know yourself, moving into your psyche, moving into your body, and giving yourself permission and the freedom to not judge yourself and just to let yourself be. Melted Snow Girl said, acceptance leads to improvement and healing. As someone who was absolutely despicable human being at one point in my life, I look back and use that to realize I've come far. Exactly. Acceptance without judgment is one of the first steps. It's one of the first steps. William, me yesterday, I had a moment and I heard Auntie Uncle call me out and say, sometimes you are the problem. Baby, I call myself out. I feel like that's you. You definitely the monster in the closet right now. And I catch myself being the monster in the closet and I be like, damn it. I didn't mean this. It escalated and it got out of control. And here I am being the monster. I'm going to stop being the monster in the closet. We're all the monster in the closet at some point. We're all the monster in the closet. We're all the monster in the closet. Shakti said, I don't love myself today. I needed to hear this. Thank you, bawling. Oh, sweetie, I love you. I'm going to stand in that gap. I love you. It's okay. You don't got to love yourself today. I love you. As long as you accept in yourself and as long as you understand that you're still worthy of love. As long as you know that, as long as you're still worthy of love. It's okay, baby. We have those days. So I'm going to stand in that gap for you. I love you. Okay? I love you. So you just stand in that. And you do whatever work you need to do. Okay? I love you. Nay Unapologetic said, every time you say neurospicy, I smile. I found out I'm autistic this year, and it's given me space to speak up, especially around how folks communicate with me. There's been so much love. Yeah, accepting that I am neurospicy and I am on the spectrum somewhere has helped me understand, has helped me not fight my own communication. And it's actually helped me to be a better communicator with my people and understand how I'm messing up in my communication with them and why I'm messing up. I used to judge myself so hard, which would then make me spiral into depression and just exacerbate my mental health issues. And just really accepting that this past year and a half has made me be like, oh, there's nothing wrong with me. I just am different. And that's fine. Like, my brain just works this way. Even the other day, a friend of mine let me know that I was being tone deaf, and that has been a really hard concept for me to really work around in the way that I understand intellectually. Like, it's been really hard. For me, I was very genuine, and so it's been a great thing of me being, as I've been working with this, because she's not wrong. I was tone deaf, but for me, it was me. 3 years ago, this really would have upset me in a real messed up way because I don't like hurting my friends. And then I would have spiraled, and I would have done a lot of judging. And this time around, I'm not judging myself. I literally was able to step back and go, okay, so I'm not a bad person, but that was a moment where, like, I just didn't read the room. And that happens. I didn't read the room as well as I thought I read the room, and I did not communicate in the way that they needed. And I genuinely apologize for that, and I'm just wrapping my head around, okay, I don't need to shift who I am as a person, but let's examine how to read a room better. Let's examine, like, let's just examine some things, and it'll be what it'll be, you know, we're going to get better. So yeah, even that, like that lessening self-acceptance, like that has helped me my self-acceptance has helped me with my mental health, because I just don't judge myself like that no more. I just don't. Why? That don't cause nothing but trouble. It doesn't. Self-judging's never helped me heal. It's never helped me move forward. It's never helped me do. So I just accept it and be like, that's okay. Let's work on it then. Let's heal. let's handle my business. Okay. So yeah. Yes. Welcome to the Sugar Honey Dumpling Crew. Welcome, honey. Sinclair Wolf Warrior. Welcome. Kiki said, self-acceptance leads to self-love, leads to self-expression, to full self-expression. Exactly. Moon Pumpkin said, not accepting the truth can mean benefiting from lies. Exactly. And that's the reason why you see a lot of white people who refuse to acknowledge that racism exists and white privilege exists. That's where you see a lot of men who refuse to acknowledge that male privilege exists and toxic masculinity is a thing. Those are the people who don't want to change are benefiting from lies. They're benefiting from the BS. And that's why they're not accepting the situation as it is. It is what it is. All right, good people. Let us move on to the next part of our realium. Let's move on. Unique said, I realized that I was my biggest enemy at one point and had no idea for years. Now I'm my best friend and I love me. Took a lot of shout out work and tears, but child, I love me. Yes. It's a powerful moment, and it's actually a really empowering moment when you can look in the mirror and spot that you were the one holding yourself up. And when you can spot how powerful, and the power comes from when you stop. The moment you can look at yourself, name it, and then stop, and then watch your life get the hell better. One of the most empowering things, when you be like, you know what? I am the problem. I am the one. And like, it's an empowering thing. In the beginning, when you first do that, it's a little demoralizing because you're looking at yourself like, damn, I'm whack. I definitely looked at myself like, oh, you suck. Like, you suck. And Matt sucks. Like, it is a bit demoralizing at first. When you like, oh, so you're the bastard. Messing up your life and other people's life. It's you. You're the bastard. Like, the first 5 seconds of that is a little demoralizing. But when you start moving into actual healing work, when you start moving into addressing the things, and then your life shifts, then it becomes empowering. Then you're like, oh, I was the one, and now I'm not the one. Now I'm not the one. Empowering. And it boosts your magic. Then you're like, wait a minute. Like, for me, it did. For me, I was like, if I could do that, well, then what the hell else can I do? And I just started improving. Changing my life for the better. All right? Did we do affirmations? I don't know. Let's do another affirmation just in case I forgot. This affirmation says, all I need to do right now is breathe. Repeat after me. All I need to do right now is breathe. All I need to do right now is breathe. All I need to do right now is breathe. All I need to do right now is breathe. All I need to do right now is breathe. A lot of y'all gonna be with your families today, and some of you, your families, that's not a good thing. So just don't let these people stress you out, honey. We step outside and remind yourself, all I gotta do is breathe. Just breathe. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. All right, let's move on to the Seasons of the Witch Beltane edition. I love these cards. They're so pretty. We have Fire Festival. Through flame and through song, there will be a new dawn. This too is speaking about not only moving out of your own way, but burning the bridges that you don't need to walk on ever again. Okay? This is about burning it all down. Yeah, basically. So make a bonfire. Do it safely. Do not burn your neighborhood down. Don't burn your house down. Write down all the things you need that need to go away this year about you, about your personality, some crazy things that like maybe your bad behaviors, all of that. Burn it. Burn it. Fire ritual is powerful as hell. I've got some witch paper. It's too cold to be building fires. Why did I talk about building fire and I'm in America and we're damn near frozen? Anyway, fire pits. Yeah, Katie said fire pits. Yes, fire pits, fireplaces, whatever. Just burn it. Burn it. Burn it safely. Burn it down. Not your house, but fire ritual is great. Fire, burn it all down. Let it kill it with fire. Kill it with fire. Kill it with fire. But this card is also an invitation to look at what needs to go. This is an invitation to really get into your shadow work and kill it. This is an invitation to go deep and light a fire before you get into the shadow work. If you're going to get into the shadow work, you need to have a vision. You need to have an anchor. You need to have an anchor, and the fire that you light will be the anchor that brings you back from outside of the shadow work. Okay? Light that spiritual fire so that you can go deep into that shadow work and do it, and that your path is lit by the fire that you lit. Okay? It's time to move out of your own way. It's time to really look at, okay, let me look at my laziness. Let me look at my procrastination. Let's look at the root of some of these things and address them so that I can move forward. All right? Really, this reading appropriately has been so far about clearing the way. If you haven't picked up on the theme that Spirit has been putting down, this is about clearing the pathway. Spirit wants you, it's almost like you've got this really beautiful house that is your life. And the outside, there's just been some maintenance work that has been neglected. Spirit is like, clear the maintenance work. They want you to pick up around the sidewalk, pick up the trash. They want you to power wash the siding. You know what I'm saying? They want you to do some raking. They want you to get the junk that's been in the yard that needed to be hauled. They want you to haul that junk away because they have things they're bringing. And if you don't clean up the obstacles around your house, they can't get in to give you the things that they want to give you. They need a clear path. They need a clear path to you. Your job is to clear the path. That's it. Their job is to bring you your heart's desires. Their job is to bring you what you need, but you got to clean it. There's spring cleaning. Don't wait for that. Don't wait for that. Get your clean on now. Figuratively, literally. Get your clean on now. For those people who are gardeners, experienced gardeners know there's a lot of work and a lot of prepping that you start in the winter. There's actually some plants that will not grow for you well if you don't start the work in the fall and the winter. There's some places, areas, gardens that you got to prep in the winter and do things in the winter so that you can guarantee a healthy, beautiful, abundant harvest in the spring. Get to doing your work. Because when springtime comes, Spirit's about to be handing out all kinds of prizes and rewards, and I want you standing in line with me. I know I'm trying to get my treat, okay? And I know the treat that Spirit wants to give me. And I'm freaking excited. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down. I just need to finish my work and I'm gonna get my treat. I want us all in the line to get the treat, okay? But you ain't gonna get the treat unless you do the work now. You ain't gonna get the spring treat. Do you want the spring treat? Do you want the spring treat? You want the spring treat? I want the spring treat. I know what the Spirit got for me. I want the spring treat. It's going to be very tasty. Mm-hmm. But you got to put in the work now if you want the spring treat. So get your work on. 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 All right. Honey, you can catch more flies with honey than vinegar. The sweetness of you swells in the grace of your pull. Oh, so beautifully lethal. Let the sweetness in. Let the honey in, darling. Let the sweetness in, darling. Don't be so mean. And this is coming from a mean girl. Yeah, I'm an asshole. I'm a beautiful person. I've got a really loving heart. I can be an asshole, straight up. I know that about myself, and I accept it. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's about balancing and make sure I'm not an a-hole to the wrong people. It's about making sure that I'm not rude to, like, people who are helping me out and in service positions. I'm not that. But I can, and my assholery has really helped out. There's been a few, especially when, like, abusers try to test me. I'd be like, oh yeah, come over here now. You want to test me now? I make you cry. I make you go home to your mother and ask her to put you back in the womb because you're scared of life. I will drag someone for the filth and have a good time doing it, okay? But I know that as a child of Oshun, as a certified official child of Oshun, not just because I took an internet test, I was initiated. As a child of Oshun, I can tell you this, bring them to you with sweetness and kindness. There is a time and a place to be mean. There is a time and a place to be mean. You ain't gotta be mean all the time. And really, I want y'all to focus on kindness. I did a whole video. Kindness is key, my loves. Kindness is key. I'm kind. I care about my fellow humanity. I'm kind. I am not nice. I'm not nice, but I am very kind. Be kind to people. Sprinkle some honey on the situation. Put a little honey on your tongue when you speak with people, when you speak to people, when you are being with people. Those of you out here trying to, like, with your businesses and things, like, speak with some honey. Speak with some honey on your tongue. All right? Put some goodness out there. Some of you ain't manifesting things in life because you're mean as hell. You are not a kind person. And your blessings are running away from you because you aren't making space for good things to be in your life, okay? All right? Nice. Be kind. Be kind to people. Care for people deeply. You know what I'm saying? Care for people deeply. Love people, But niceness is an act a lot of times. Yeah. Be kind. Be kind to people. Honey, sweetness. That'll get you far. Now, vinegar, we're not going to act like vinegar don't do good things. Vinegar cleans. It's a really good cleaner. I actually like the taste of vinegar. I like sour things. Like on certain foods and stuff like that. So vinegar is powerful. There's a lot of different uses that it can have. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like I said, being an a-hole sometimes comes in handy. When racists try me, that comes in real handy. When abusers try me, that comes in handy. When people try to discriminate, that comes in handy because I immediately let folks know I'm not the 1, the 2, the 5, or the 6. It has gotten me out of some hairy situations because I can match energy. When people go low, I go to hell and Hades. I let them know, I'll get up under you. I will get up under you. And then consume you from the bottom. Honey, baby, a little bit of sweetness goes a long way. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of sweetness goes a long, long way. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of sweetness goes a long, long way. All right. Let us do another affirmation. This affirmation says, you are strong for surviving. We're going to change that you to I. And I want you to repeat after me. I am strong for surviving. 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 From the pandemic to whatever it is you've survived in your personal life, you are strong for surviving. All right. This is a great one. Being skinny or fat is not my identity. I am identified by who I am on the inside, a loving, wonderful person. Just listen to this, and this is a long affirmation, so we are going to speak the first half, but I want you to just listen to this. Let it just sink into you. Being skinny or fat is not my identity. I am defined by who I am on the inside, a loving, wonderful person. Being skinny or fat is not my identity. I am defined by who I am on the inside, a loving, wonderful person. Being skinny or fat is not my identity. I am defined by who I am on the inside, a loving, wonderful person. Repeat after me. Being fat or skinny is not my identity. I am defined by who I am on the inside. Being fat or skinny is not my identity. I am defined by who I am on the inside. Being fat or skinny is not my identity. I am defined by who I am on the inside. As someone who has struggled with eating disorders, that is powerful. And once I stopped defining myself by my fatness, my life got better. And actually, my struggle with my eating disorders got better. This is a quote from Rumi. What you seek is seeking you. Repeat after me. What you seek is seeking you. 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 So what are you seeking? Sit with that though. And don't just regurgitate what's popular. Look at where your energy is going. Look at the way you talk. Really examine what you're really seeking. Because there's a lot of us out here who say I'm seeking love, but our actions show that we're actually seeking dysfunction. A lot of people out here, I'm chasing the bag, I'm chasing the bag, I'm seeking money. But what you're actually seeking is more work. What are you seeking? Because whatever you're seeking is seeking you, baby. Whatever you're seeking is seeking you. All right. We're going to move on to the Carolyn Myss deck, the last cards of the reading. All righty then. Let me check in with these comments. Shakti, thank you for the super sticker, my love. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Moon Pumpkin said, let the sweetness in. We are all of the nectar. That is right, baby. That is right. Katie said, you right there with that excitement. I'm so excited for what Spirit has for me. They have been giving me little teasers of being like, this is what's coming if you keep doing your work. And I'm like, I'm motivated. They absolutely know me. They absolutely know how to motivate me. They absolutely know how to keep me focused because I will go off on a tangent quickly. They're like dangling the carrot. And I'm like, okay, focus. All right. Yeah, focus because I want that. I want it so bad. I want it. You're saying I can have it? You're saying I can have it exactly like I want it? You can say, I want it. I want it. I'm so motivated. Spirit is out here. That's what I also love about Spirit. Let me tell you, there's a lot of my mentees and people who are like, how do I work with Spirit? And I'm crazy. I'm mentally ill. I'm neurospicy. I'm like, you don't think your people know that? They know that. They know you're bad shit. They know you got shit going on. They know your brain wired differently. And they will work with you. Okay? They will work with you. Okay? They know how my squirrely brain works. They be like, this child over here. This child over here. And I be like, yep. Y'all got a big job with me because I'm a herd of cats. Have you ever tried to herd cats? You can't. I'm like 12 cats in here. It's like 12 different cats in here. 4 of them are orange cats. Have you ever dealt with an orange cat? 4 of these mofos inside of me are orange cats. And Spirit just be hurting. I be like, y'all got a big job. I'm I'm so thankful. That's why a lot of them. Y'all think I'm joking when I be like, there's 10,000? Because there's a herd of cats in me. And every one of them has their own spiritual team to keep them corralled. I'm sure when I die, there's literally going to be like cats that spill out from my soul. And the spirit's going to be like, get them! I love it. Moon Pumpkin said, niceness reminds me of systematic politeness, like an obligation to act a certain way when it's actually time to tell someone, shut the fuck up. Yeah, kindness is telling someone to shut the fuck up and loving them at the same time. Boom. That's the difference between kindness and niceness. That is the difference between kindness and niceness. Thank you, Moon Pumpkin. Thank you, Moon Pumpkin. Katie said, how many are queens in a gender-neutral way? Are you talking about how many cats in me are queens? We don't know. They're all gender fluid like myself. I'm a whole herd of cats. Moving on to the Carolyn Myss deck. It's been a minute since I busted these out. It's been a minute. Those of you who watched these readings when it was Monday, when I used to do the readings on Monday on Instagram and on Facebook, I used these a lot back then, and I retired these a while ago to let my other cards get some shine. But they were like, baby, bring us out, bust us out. We want to give a message and bust us out. So I'm busting it out. The Carolyn Myss archetype deck. All right, the Fool. The light attributes, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. So it's a time to be honest about where you're at, what you're feeling. It's just a time for that. If you ain't feeling good, you ain't feeling good. If you're feeling sad, you're feeling sad. If you're feeling great, you're feeling great. But this is the time of being honest about where we're at emotionally, and processing our emotions and releasing our emotions. And this helps other people do the same. You know, we talk about so many times when a tragedy happens, check on your strong friends, check on your strong friends. But what we need to normalize doing is being honest about our feelings. And we need to actively hold space for people to have their feelings. It's okay if you can't solve everybody's problem. And there's a lot of times where people they'll put these cry for helps publicly on social media, or they will be crying for help in their real life to the people around them, and people won't respond. A lot of it is not because they don't care. A lot of it is because they don't know what to do. And I'm here to say, what needs to be done is we need to be there for people. It's okay to be like, I don't know how to support you. I have no idea what to do, but I'm here. If you know how you need support, please tell me. And I, being a part of your community, and if you don't know, I'm going to do some research and figure it out. And we're going to walk this way together. Yeah, we got to be there for each other. We got to learn how to be there with our own uncomfortability. Sometimes you people don't need you to solve the problem. They just need your presence there while they figure out how to solve the problem. The light attribute is helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. Yeah. And not in a bad way. But like, sometimes we just need to look at it for what it is. We need to point out the red elephant in the room, the pink elephant in the room. We need to point it out. We need to see like, hey, look at that. That's pretty ridiculous. That's pretty ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. We have the shadow attributes, using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth. This is a big one. Number one, watch your mouth. A lot of you are out here using humor to wound others or yourself. Quit doing that. And stay away from people who do that. Stay away from people who use humor to mask the knife they're stabbing in someone's front or back. I'm very clear. And like, this is where we talked about how being an a-hole. When I notice someone being snarky or like using humor to hurt people, I go directly at it. I go directly at them. I call that out. And I go and I get venomous When I see somebody in the room doing that, I don't. And a lot of times people will let that passive aggressiveness. No, I don't. I'll call it right on. What are you doing? Why are you using humor to hurt people? Oh, you feel because if we're just doing that, I'm going to just hurt you directly. I don't need humor to hurt you. If you're going to use humor to hurt people, I'm just going to hurt you. I don't need to mask it. Why are you using humor to hurt people? That's not okay. Stay away from those people. Denial of your emotional truth. 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 There's a few of you going to engage in that today. Because seeing how it's Christmas. There's a few of you who've been forced into that situation and Spirit is telling you, don't do it. Quit denying your emotional truth. If you mad, you mad. You mad. You mad. There's some of you denying the fact that you sad as hell. Quit running from it. Quit running from it. Also, don't deny your emotional truth when you're happy. There have been times when I and you know, the friend that I got rid of, there would be times because she never came to me with good news. There'd be times when I would be having a high energy day, like it's been a really beautiful day, I've gotten good news that day, and then I would deny that happiness within me because she would come and be so dismal with her shit. And like also there is another friend of mine who kind of is just more negative, like they're just kind of a Debbie Downer. That's just kind of that's where they're at right now. It's not enough for me to not be friends with them, and they, you know, we've talked about it, they're learning to watch their energy around me. But I noticed in the beginning, because they were so negative, there'd be times when I wouldn't share my joy with them or just wouldn't live my joy out loud. I would deny that. Don't do that either. Don't do that either. Baby girl, I can be there for my friend when she's sad. I can be there for her. And also, that's not where I'm at. So I can hold compassion, I can hold space for you, and I can do that while also acknowledging where I'm at. And then turn around and go celebrate my shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't deny your emotional truth. If you're mad, you're mad. If you're sad, you're sad. If you're happy, you're happy. If you are what you are what you are. Don't deny it. Don't deny it. Denying your emotional truth keeps you from processing your emotional truth, and it keeps you stuck in that emotional space. I believe science has said like a true emotion doesn't last that long. Like it's us that keep the way we process emotions are what prolongs things. But when we sit with it, and I sat with it there a while ago, I was like, when I started watching how emotions, when I just started allowing my emotions to be what they are and quit judging myself, it was so interesting how many of the negative, quote unquote, the shadow emotions would just pass and how quickly they pass. Don't deny your emotional truth. When you deny your emotional truth, you keep yourself in that space. When you deny how angry you are, you keep yourself in that space. Some of you won't admit how angry you are to your family. And so you can't move past, you can't process, you are consistently reliving trauma because you won't just say, hey, I'm angry, and these are the things that I'm angry, and I am going to process this, and I have a right to my anger. I have a right to my anger. I have a right to my rage. I have a right to feel the way I feel. Even like, and also this is a hard thing to acknowledge when you are acknowledging that maybe where you're at emotionally, you have to, even when like you understand your emotions are, it's not directed in the right space, you still got to acknowledge that and process that. You know, there's been times when I felt a certain kind of way about something and I recognized in the moment, this is not actually fair from the situation, but I still just needed to feel what I felt and then release it so that I could get back to a logical space, okay? Denial of your emotional truth. Denial of your emotional truth. Don't do it. Don't do it. And quit using humor to hurt yourself or others. It's an easy default thing to do, but don't do it. Like, watch yourself. Like, you know, watch yourself. Just watch yourself. Don't do it. All right. The last card of the reading, we have the prostitute. Okay? And we're pro-prostitute over here. We're pro-sex worker, all that stuff. The light attribute is accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. You know, we get on sex workers for selling their bodies, not understanding that anyone who does a job that is manual labor is also selling their body. Yeah. This card is about surviving and not negotiating the power of your spirit. A lot of y'all, a lot of people look down on S workers when you sold your soul to a corporate entity. I know a lot of people in corporate situations who are made to go against their morals, go against their ethics, all of that. But we got a problem with someone who is... A lot of y'all got a problem with S workers, but you're currently being pimped out. You're being pimped out. You're being pimped out by corporations. Right here. Do whatever you got to do to survive. There's things that you can do that's to survive. That's not about negotiating your power, your spirit. There's a lot of you out here. There's a lot of you out here. There's a lot of you out here being pimped out. In some way, shape, or form. You ain't got to give up your power in order to survive. Well, yeah, there's a whole... My brain went to a whole... It's another video. Speech is another video. The shadow attribute places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. All right? Watch this. A lot of us are out here chasing the bag, but we ain't chasing our healing. A lot of people out here chasing the bag, and you need to chase your healing. A lot of people out here chasing the bag, and you need to chase your healing. You need to chase your healing. You need to chase your healing. And this is a hard thing to say, but I'm gonna tell you this: my finances improved when I started prioritizing my mental health. And what ended up happening is I looked around and I was like, how am I living, and why am I living the way that I'm living? Society told me I had to have there's a lot of things I just sacrificed. I stopped, I detached myself from these ideas that I need to be in a certain financial space at a certain age. And I really just focused on the fact that I want to be alive and in a mentally well place at all my ages. Once I did that, I quit jobs. Once I minimized my carbon. I minimized all my things so that I could work a basicer job and get my basic needs met, and I could focus on my mental health. Okay. Once I did that, I actually opened up a ways for me to make more money because I stopped approaching things from a capitalistic perspective. And I'm also better. I'm also much better. I'm also much, much better. I'm also much, much better. Ain't nothing wrong with chasing a bag. There's nothing wrong with financial abundance. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm pro-abundance. I'm pro-get your money. I'm pro-get your bag. I'm not anti-get your bag. Get your bag. But there's balance. There's balance. And there's times when you need to chase your bag, and there's times you need to chase your mental health. There's times when you need to chase your bag, and there's times you need to chase your wellness. Okay? There's times when you need to chase your bag, and there's times when you need to chase healing your dysfunctional family, healing yourself. All right? All right? All right? So as we move into this new year, chase your bag, chase your dreams, chase your goals, chase your healing, though. Chase your healing. Chase your healing. This is perfect. Repeat after me. This is a quote by Rumi. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. This is for my melanated folks in the chat. If you are not melanated, I just want you to hold space. Melanation is the coloring that makes us what we are. Repeat after me. My melanin is magic. 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 Let's do one more affirmation. This affirmation says, I think positively and expect the best. 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 All right. Bethany said, glad I made it even though late. You right on time, baby. You right on time. Empress said, this is very much true. You are selling your body, whether to a company, to your husband, wife, or to a complete stranger. Let's not forget spiritual prostitution. Exactly. 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 That's why I'm pro S workers over here. Because we're all, in this society, everyone's selling. This is the way the society is set up. The capitalism is pimping. And we are not just up under capitalism. What we must remember is that we exist under a slave-based capitalism. Which means you're selling something. Mm-hmm. And it's your body, your soul. There's an exchange. Yeah. Nay said, corporate kills your soul when you giving it your all. Sometimes it's finding balance. Exactly. 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 Lenora said, community, I would like to ask for prayers. I'm helping my parents drive to Texas from Colorado for my aunt's funeral tomorrow. We won't be back until after the new year. Please and thank you. I am definitely lighting a candle for your safe travels, Lenora. I am praying that everything goes well. Do your protection spells over your protection spells. Okay. Pray up. Keep prayed up. Keep prayed up. If you have a little piece of high John root, I would take that with me as you travel. Okay, a little high John root will help you out. A little high John root will help you out. Okay. Melted Snow Girl said, I was an S worker for about 20 years ago. Being a stripper was the most empowering thing I did after a really nasty SA. I helped me start a healing in a way. Exactly. Yeah. All right, you beautiful people. Well, we are at the end. I love you so much. This has been an amazing Vlogmas. I told y'all that I was going to go till the 25th, and this is the 25th. I will have a couple more videos for you. I'm not going to just stop cold turkey. Actually, we'll have a couple more videos for you before we end the year and all that good stuff. I love you. I love you. I want to thank you for your support this year. We got to 10,000 subscribers on this channel, y'all. I'm currently sitting at 10,500. I thank you for subscribing, for supporting, for helping me see this vision through. I thank you for your patience with my sometimes erraticness. I thank y'all for holding space and giving me space when I need to step back and take care of myself. I thank you all for every gift in my P.O. box. Those of you who have sent me things from your businesses, things you made, things you just got me. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you who has gotten something from my wish list. Thank you to each and every one of you who sent me a super chat, a super sticker, a Venmo, a Cash App, a PayPal. Just thank you. I'm going to be so honest. Like, this year sat me down. This is the least amount of energy I've had my entire adulthood. Losing my friends, moving, being stripped down to the very essence of who I am is what happened this year, and it was needed, and I regret nothing. But I wasn't even at full capacity. But something in me has been woken up and is rising. And I cannot wait to share it with you. So thank you for holding space. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for allowing me to be there for you. Thank you for trusting me. From mentorship programs to my Patreon to the podcast, I've got some things planned. And I've got to make the most of my time left in Ohio. Because this was never meant to be permanent. This was a bridge to my next destination. And I'm at a space and time where it is time to start preparing for that next destination. Even though I'm not going to be there for a second, I still have to start preparing now. So yes, I've got a lot of beautiful things coming for us. When it comes to the mentorship program, there's going to be 2 separate tracks. Some of you have asked for just empowerment mentorship, how to become an embodied, empowered person. So that is a mentorship track that I have. And then there will be a spiritual mentorship track. Okay, so they will be all hear more about that in the new year. And also, you've been threatening this for a while, but this is going to become an official church. I am founding a church. I am founding a church. So I'm going to continue to do the readings and things of that nature. But that's one of the things that I'm so excited to bring to y'all. Yeah, one of the things that I'm excited to bring. So I love y'all. Even though the Gregorian calendar doesn't mean anything cosmically, I hope you take this opportunity to close out everything you need to close out this year. Say goodbye to everyone you need to say goodbye to. Release all you need to release, because Spirit has got some good things for us. Life is going to continue to life. I'm going to go ahead and call it 2023 is my year. And I'm going to say this, every year that I'm alive is my year. Was this a rough year? Yeah. Yeah. It came from my throat in so many ways. It came from my throat in so many ways. But I'm grateful I'm here. And every year that I'm alive is my year. So 2023 is going to be my year. And it's going to be your year too. Doesn't mean life's not going to life. It doesn't mean life's not going to life. It doesn't mean there ain't going to be some curveballs thrown. Doesn't mean there's not going to be no life, no loss that's going to happen. Life is going to life. And I'm going to life, and I'm going to do me until the wheels fall off. And I pray the same for you. All right, good people. It is time. I hope you have a happy whatever you do or don't celebrate. I hope you get some rest today. I hope you feel loved. I love you. I love you. I hope you feel cherished. I hope you eat something good and nourishing. I hope you have plenty of water. I just hope you feel good. This is our last Sunday service of the year, y'all. The last one. All right, well. Y'all know I'm going to take a break in January. I'll have a whole video where I'm going to talk about how January is going to work. I'm still going to come at you and do your lives, okay? So we're still going to do that. I'm still going to do that. But I more than likely won't be posting a lot of content. But I will do the Sunday service. I am committed to that. So but I'm going to take a break from my vigorous creating schedule, you know? So, but all of that will be out in a video. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for supporting me. And let's do big things next year. Let's do love things next year. Let's do fun things next year. Let's be our best and most magnificent self next year. I love you. I live you. Thank you for everything. Mwah. Mwah, 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 mwah. I'll see you soon. Bye, sugar honey.